Don't mess with the white beech. A stuffed wombat production.
This is the Shirehampton Stuffed Wombat Society with their performance of Don't Mess with the White Beech. Look, I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but our story begins with Mugg and Zung in a night club. Yes, you heard that correctly, a night club. Now, I suppose you'd say, well, everyone's entitled to the occasional lapse of judgment. But this isn't a small provincial town nightclub. No, it's a nightclub in Tenerife. What, you might ask, are Mugg and Zung doing in a nightclub in Tenerife? Well, they're performing on stage, aren't they? Apparently, they're a comedy double act. Yes, I know. Legitimate questions include what are they doing on stage, why are they there, and, possibly, how long will it be before they're thrown off said stage? But let's start with the what part. Allow me to take you back a few weeks to the root of tonight's fiasco. So, wibbly wobbly woo woo woo, and you're back to a miserably wet afternoon in Zung's kitchen. Just to clarify, it's the weather that's miserably wet, not Zung's kitchen.
Do you want to know why I think this is the worst time of the year?
I get the feeling you're going to tell me anyway.
It's the weather. The endless grey skies, the damp cold, the long dark nights.
Well, why don't you stop moaning and take a holiday somewhere warm?
Like where?
I don't know. I don't go abroad much.
I don't want to spend hours and hours on a plane either. I get really uncomfortable sitting in those economy class seats.
OK, so go somewhere that's fairly close then.
Such as?
Oh, I don't know. North Africa?
Not after Adolf Brussels stole my identity and got me deported to Rwanda. That whole Africa experience is still jolly triggering.
OK, how about the Canaries or Tenerife? Tenerife is only about 5 hours away, and they're in the same time zone now.
I suppose Tenerife's a possibility.
Could I come too? A couple of Doctor Who episodes were filmed out there. I'd love to visit the locations, get my picture taken and whatnot.
OK, why not? I'll look into flights and hotels. Would you look at that rain? It's chucking it down.
I heard one of the cabin crew say that they've had non-stop storms since the start of the new year. Didn't you check the weather before you booked this holiday?
Well, I thought, how long can this wet weather last? Statistically speaking, it should be warm and sunny compared with the weather we have back home.
Ah, as Disraeli possibly said, there's lies, damned lies, and statistics.
Let's hope the hotel's good.
Oh, God, hope isn't something to rely on.
OK, perhaps I should have checked whether there was any building work going on in the vicinity of our hotel too before I booked it. It's not something I even considered.
I can now see why our so-called bargain package holiday was such a bargain. No sane person would want to come all this way to be subject to this level of misery.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't even know how they're allowed to be working this late. Surely the European Working Time Directive prohibits them from working at 10 o'clock at night.
Well, according to the man on the desk, the construction's behind schedule, so they've got 2 crews working almost round the clock.
Yes, but still, how are they allowed to work this late?
I did ask, but the man just tapped his nose.
Oh, right. Well, there's just one thing for it.
What?
Let's go down to the pub and get roaringly drunk.
I'm not sure that's going to help.
Yeah, well, it might take the edge off the sound of that sodding drill.
Fair point. come on, Mug. It's free to enter.
Yeah, but we have to get up on stage in a nightclub in Tenerife.
Oh, come on. We've faced worse ordeals. All we have to do is tell a few jokes. It'll be over in 5 minutes.
Just like my life.
Look, I can't see any other people signing up for it. We've got a good chance of winning the prize.
Which is?
A trip on this boat, yacht, ship thingy. Free drinks too. All we have to do is sign the entry forms.
Entry forms? Why?
Probably a standard disclaimer, you know, to allow them to use pictures of the winners, I suppose.
Oh, go on then. Where do I sign?
I say. My dog has no nose.
How does he smell?
Terrible.
I used to be a werewolf, you know.
But you're all right now. I say. What do you call a fish with no... Yes, awful doesn't begin to describe how bad their performance is. But for some unfathomable reason, and I choose my words carefully, they seem to have won.
Well, congratulations, both of you. Cheers.
Cheers. That's got quite an odd aftertaste. Are you sure it's Pommery? It tastes more like...
Just because something fizzies in a Pommery bottle doesn't mean it's champagne, my hearties.
Where am I? Why is the room spinning?
I think you mean tilting.
Tilting? What happened?
You're awake. Welcome aboard.
Why are we on a ship?
You won the talent competition, didn't you, me landlubbers?
Oh, God, it's coming back to me now. We were up on stage, performing. Oh, tell me we didn't do the jokes material I think we did.
Lummy, how embarrassing. Well, in my defence, I was very, very drunk.
Unfortunately, I don't think I was drunk enough. We were toe-curlingly bad.
Well, look on the bright side. We didn't have to spend the night in that awful hotel, and we're on a cruise. Woohoo!
I hate to break this to you, but this ain't no cruise.
Well, never mind. When do we get back to port? My friend here is keen to visit some of the Doctor Who film locations.
Port? You both signed up for an indefinite period. We won't be going back to dry land for some considerable time.
Signed up for what?
Pirating, yes.
What? You're not a pirate, are you?
Yes. And why wouldn't I be a pirate?
How do I put this politely? You're a woman.
And a middle-aged woman at that.
I may be a woman in her 50s, but I'm just as capable of ripping out your gizzards as any man.
Gulp.
I'm a pirate. One of the best, too.
Excuse me, but why do you keep saying S?
Because I'm a modern pirate, We want to distinguish ourselves from those old-fashioned male pirates, and they're ours. So we've moved on alphabetically speaking.
Right.
No doubt you being educated gents, you'll have heard of the Great Vowel Shift.
What, you mean when pronunciation of all Middle English long vowels changed between 1400 and 1700?
Well, us modern pirates underwent the Great Alphabetic Shift, so we don't say R, we say S.
OK.
In fact, we plan to change across the whole alphabet. J, C, the captain, S.
Sorry, who's J?
No, J, C, the captain, S. Who might V, C?
Zung, have you any idea what she's on about?
Sorry, old boy, haven't a clue.
Perhaps Perhaps you'll understand old-fashioned pirate speak. I be the captain now. Who might you be?
Ah, oh, I see. The great alphabetic shift applies to everything. I becomes J, B becomes C, U becomes V. Following that logic, the river D becomes the river E, golly G becomes golly he, and a cup of tea becomes a cup of you.
S.
Isn't that a bit confusing?
S. That's why we gave up and just stuck to S, so as to set us apart as modern pirates.
Thank heavens for that. So, setting aside this arse nonsense, why did we win the competition? The previous act was far better from the hazy recollections I have.
We wanted to boost the crew's diversity.
What? With a couple of old blokes? Isn't that a bit retro?
Not at all. We needed a gay couple.
A gay...
Couple?
Don't tell me you're not gay.
We're not.
Well, shiver me carbon fibre monocoque. I could have sworn you were a gay couple.
Nope.
Bugger! Never mind, let me introduce you to the cabin boy.
Let me guess. Roger, the cabin boy.
Mummy, how'd they know my real name? I thought you kept it secret.
That's Willie. The cabin boy's Willie. And if you disclose his real name to any of the rest of the crew, it won't be one dick you're short of. Understood?
Yes, Captain.
Good. Follow me out on the main deck and I'll introduce you to the rest of the crew.
Blimey, the ship looks just like the Black Pearl from the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I calls it the White Beach. Impressive, isn't it?
She's certainly a
The
fine...
boat's an it, not a she. Got it?
Oh, yes. Righto. Sorry. Odd name for a pirate ship, though.
Not really. That's what the sailors call me when I take their ships. The White Beach. I thought it'd be a good name for me ship too.
Lummy.
Good. Ahoy, my hearties! These are your new crewmates, Timothy Mugg and Dick Zung. Now, this here's the prof.
Captain.
She's the brains on this boat. Attack strategy, financial planning, social networking and board games. That there's Spooner. She's our berserker. We picked her up off the coast of Scotland. Haven't a clue what she's on about half the time. Say hello, Spooner.
Isma Shashina, Haminam Vana Spunyater Mara, Shajerik Amadin Ahanat.
You tell him, Spooner. We use her as our shock trooper when we attack other vessels.
Attack?
We're pirates, moron. What else would pirates do? Spooner goes on board and confuses the hell out of the other crew. Right, Spooner?
Ha?
No, Spooner, I keep telling you it's S now.
S?
Son, she looks vaguely familiar.
So she does. I wonder if she's related.
Quiet! Moving on. We calls the woman in the lycra Long Run. No one remembers her real name now. She's our fitness trainer. Keeps us battle ready, don't you?
S, Captain.
Here's a challenge for you, Long Run. Do you think you can get these two fatties in shape for our next boarding?
I can try, Captain.
OK. Last but not least, our armoury officer, Bomber Bassington. How's the ammo doing, Bomber?
Haven't heard a peep out of them all morning. Probably still sleeping.
Good, good. Well, that's everyone.
Not quite. Who's that rather swarthy-looking bloke down there?
Oh, that's Master... blimey, I can never remember them's name.
Master Bates, perhaps?
No, Jerksoff. Seaman Jerksoff. S, that'll be it.
Sorry?
Yeah, them's Russian, I think, or Eastern European, perhaps.
So, given all the rest of the crew are women, why is he on board?
Well, none of us are any good with drills. Or maps. Oh, and them's very good at getting lids off jars.
I can see those would be valuable skills. Look, I'm sorry to be pedantic, but it's he's very good at getting lids off jars, not them's very good.
No. Jerksoff personal pronoun is them. Them wants to transition to a woman. Once them's earning enough money from this pirating business. Plans to call themselves Frigga.
Ah.
S. Yes, we're all for inclusivity on this ship. Right, so while you're on board, you can staff the galley.
Look, I'm sure we never signed up to be galley slaves.
Correct. You'll both be getting the minimum wage. Better conditions than many women face, so shut up and stop complaining. Take 'em below, Willie.
Yes, Captain. Follow me, please.
Oh, God, I hope the galley isn't teeming with rats and rancid victuals.
Where are the stairs? I hope he's not going to throw us down that hole into the galley.
Don't be stupid. We're taking the lift.
Lift?
Well, how would a disabled person get to the galley? Us modern pirates are all for accessibility. Come on.
That's possibly the worst meal I've ever eaten. You two are on cleaning duties as of tomorrow. Can't either of you flippin' cook?
I've rather given up cooking. I pretty much Deliveroo all my meals.
I can cook, though admittedly it's mostly baked beans.
Long run, break out the rum, will you? It might help to take the aftertaste of the food away.
Well, at least you keep some of the proper pirate traditions. Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum and all that.
Here you are, Captain.
Just to let you know that you can find me in the nearest longboat tomorrow nursing my hangover.
I'm not sure we will.
Why?
Because 1, this ship is fitted with inflatable life rafts, not longboats, and 2, it's non-alcoholic rum. We wouldn't want to risk getting liver disease, now would we? Remember, we's modern pirates.
Great.
Listen up, me hearties. Tomorrow we set sail for the Hispaniola.
I think you mean Hispaniola.
Shut up! I refuse to be oppressed by the patriarchy's choice of names.
It's named after Spain, not men per se?
Whatever, smartass. So, there's a rumour of a tanker laden with 100,000 tonnes of crude oil about to set sail from Venezuela. It's only got a skeleton crew, so it's ripe for the taking. Prof, can you formulate an attack plan and a subsequent financial plan?
Yes, Captain.
Good. Let's all turn in and try and get a good night's sleep.
Oh, God, Mug, I can't stand this much longer. I haven't slept a wink in days.
I know what you mean. Don't these women ever shut up and go to sleep? All night long they rabbit on about how glad they are they don't have periods anymore.
I'm glad we never had to put up with that malarkey.
Indeed, and if it's not that, it's what a pain in the arse the menopausal hot flushes are.
Why can't they simply open a window?
Porthole?
Oh, yes.
I don't know, perhaps it doesn't cross their minds. Anyway, who needs to know how far various bits of their body have drooped, or whether their newly acquired facial hair is visible or not?
Quite. And when they've exhausted those topics, it's showing each other pictures of their grandchildren, or, if they don't have any, videos of their cats. It's enough to drive a sane bloke mad.
I'm sure they wouldn't suffer from insomnia if they just stopped talking and closed their eyes. Look, we have to find a way to get off this ship. Perhaps we could steal one of the lifeboats and try to escape.
I wouldn't try that if I were you.
Blimey, where did you come from?
No one sees a woman over 50, mate. It's our ninja skill. It allows us to sneak up on other ships without raising the alarm. What shall I do with the pair of you?
Please don't make us walk the plank. I've seen loads of sharks circling the boat.
Are you joking? Walking the plank is far too dangerous. It'd never pass the health and safety checks.
Thank heavens for that.
No, I think I'll send you two back to the kitchen to prepare the feed for the ammo.
That doesn't sound at all safe. What do you feed munitions with? TNT?
No, of course not. Milk.
Milk?
Look, shut up and just get on with it. Bomber Bassington will give you the necessary instructions. I'm pretty certain you won't be able to mess this task up.
Ship ahoy, Captain. 3 miles off the starboard bow. It's the oil tanker we're after.
Excellent. Hoist our flag, Bomber.
Yes, Captain.
Is there something odd about the flag, or is it just me, Zung?
I don't think the Jolly Roger normally has a hand on each side giving the thumbs up sign.
It isn't. That's the consensual Roger, not the Jolly Roger.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, we only takes over a ship we're boarding by agreement. It's consensual, see? We're screwing them by consent. We makes them an offer they can't refuse.
I suppose you disable the ship using the cannons, and in the smoke and confusion... no, I can't see that working.
Of course we don't fire the cannons. They're just for decoration. Besides, firing them would break legal noise limits. Can't afford to damage my crew's hearing with all the litigation that would bring. Anyway, the lead in the cannonballs is poisonous. No, our method is far simpler and all very mutually beneficial and all that.
OK, but how do a bunch of women, no disrespect, board a vessel like that oil tanker then?
Good question. Let me show you. Bomber Bassington, break out the trebuchets.
I think you'll find the catapult's called a trebuchet.
I'm not launching booze, whatever they might be. I'm launching babies.
What?
Long Run, start bringing up the ammo from the creche.
You can't do that, it's infanticide.
We're not killing them, you moron.
But you're going to launch them at that other ship with a trebuchet.
Yeah, and the cots have parachutes, dum-dum. Think of it as their first Disney ride experience.
OK, but why?
Have you ever seen a man trying to deal with a baby that isn't his own, let alone dozens? The crew will be thrown into utter confusion, if not blind panic.
There might be one or two that can cope with small infants.
That's where Spooner comes in. Once we grapple him in close, we send Spooner aboard. Isn't that right, Spooner?
Huh?
Spooner, how many times do I have to tell you it's S?
Yes. An enemy, Eunsic Began Gaelic.
That's all well and good, but as an ex-military man, I can tell you that the enemy will only be confused for so long. Eventually they'll fight back.
Don't worry, we'll attack them while they're confused.
What with?
These.
What, toy plastic cutlasses?
Of course they're plastic. We wouldn't want any of our crew cutting themselves, would we? There ain't a doctor round here for miles.
What flipping use of plastic? Ow!
Plastic cutlasses with hidden tasers in them. That wasn't even the stun setting. They'll do as they're told, mark my words.
Blimey.
Good. Right, Bomber. Ready to fire the trebuchets?
Ready, Captain.
Fire! Spooner, get yourself aboard that ship.
Kershmaha.
Blimey, that was easier than I expected. But what happens now? What can you possibly do with a tanker full of crude oil? The owners will send the Coast Guards or their Navy and you'll be scuppered.
No, we won't. We're going to make the owners of that ship an offer they won't want to refuse. What's the plan, Prof?
We persuade the owners to transfer ownership of the oil to us on a short-term basis. We sell the oil and take a short position in Bitcoin. We start an internet rumour that Bitcoin's encryption has been cracked by a quantum computer. If we wait an hour or so, we can make a sizable profit.
Listeners will recognise that this is a fictitious money-making scheme and they should not attempt to put it into practice as the author cannot be held liable for any losses they might incur. Oh, and please don't steal any oil tankers either.
And finally, we buy back the oil, giving us an estimated profit of $20 million. Then we transfer back the ownership of the oil, plus a 20% cut of our profit, to the original owners. Everyone's happy.
OK, so everyone wins. But what's to stop the owners or the crew dobbing you into the Navy or the Coast Guard?
Do you seriously think that a bunch of 20-strapping crewmen are going to admit to having been taken captive by a band of 50-year-old plus women?
Fair point.
Anyway, they'll get their share of the profits, albeit a smaller one. Besides, we'll throw in some trauma therapy sessions for free.
That's all very well, but now we're party to piracy on the high seas. We're criminals.
That's enough. I've had enough of your lily-livered bleating. You either put up and shut up, or I drop you off at the next island.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, I think I'll opt for the island then. I'm not sure I can cope with another night without sleep.
Yes, me too.
Well, us modern pirates are women of our word. We'll drop you off at the next island. Long Run, ready the life raft.
Mugg, when she offered to drop us off on an island, did you imagine it might be somewhere inhabited? You know, like Jamaica or Cuba?
Yes, otherwise I wouldn't have chosen this option. I never suspected for a minute that she'd dump us on a deserted desert island. I can see why they call it the White Beach. A bitch of the highest order, white or otherwise if you ask me.
So what are we going to do? If we aren't rescued soon, we'll die of thirst or starvation.
I suppose we'd better start scouting for shelter. Look, the island's not that big. You walk round it clockwise and I'll walk anti-clockwise. We can share what we find at the other side.
Good idea. I'll see you in about half an hour. Yes, I know it's bloody weird, but here it is. A wind-up record player, 8 records, and a spade. But not a single copy of the Bible in sight. That's one strange episode of Desert Island Discs. The spade's certainly not the sort of luxury I'd choose.
And a jolly eclectic record choice if you ask me. Hole in the Ground by Bernard Cribbins, Help by the Beatles, Enter Sandman by Metallica, Living on an Island by Status Quo, Freedom by Wham, Can You Dig It by the Mock Turtles, Climb Down by the Clarks, and SOS by the Police.
Not exactly the records I particularly want to listen to, especially if they're going to be the last ones I hear.
I mean, what sort of person picks those songs? What on earth could they mean to them? Do they have some sort of sentimental...
Hang on, maybe they did mean something to them. Perhaps they played them in a specific order.
Such as?
Well, if I was stuck on this island, I'd want to send out an SOS to be rescued.
Because?
I'm living on an island. Help!
Yes, that's kind of obvious.
But hang on, that leaves us with, hole in the ground, then can you dig it?
Right. Where are you going with this?
Enter Sandman, or, rephrased, enter Sandman.
So we dig a hole in the sand. What next?
Climb down.
Flippin' Nora. Freedom.
Perhaps there's a buried inflatable boat.
Or a shortwave radio, perhaps. We could call for help. Come on, let's start digging.
I think I've hit something. Hang on. I'll clear the sand away. Come and give me a hand.
Coming. Look, is that a handle?
Yes. It looks like a trap door. I think it's going to take both of us to open it, though. Come on, pull.
Whoa, the ground's giving way. Oof! What happened?
We fell down a very, very long, dark hole.
But where are we?
I'm not sure you're going to believe me, but...
Try me.
We just fell upwards, through my lawn.
Well, of course we did.
I remember being told as a child that if I dug a hole in the sand in Britain, I'd end up in Australia. But clearly my parents were lying.
Who cares? Anyway, better not fall back down the hole.
Don't worry, it seems to be filling itself in.
Blimey, what will the neighbours say when they see your lawn in such a mess?
Oh, I'll probably just tell them it's a mole infestation.
Yes, that's probably for the best. I'm not sure they could handle the truth.
Don't Mess with the White Beach was written by Tim Reed and starred Richard Hall as the announcer and Dick Zung. Tim Reed was Timothy Mugg, Sam Scarf was the White Beach, Freddie Gorton was Roger, Willie, the cabin boy, Hazel Hall was the prof, Sandra Cairncross was Spooner and the script's Gallic consultant, Caitlin Asprey was Long Run, and Sarah Gorton was Bomber Bassington. Sound effects were consigned to Davy Jones's locker, and it was a stuffed wombat production.